Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin caught in this range at the moment, isn't it? You know, you have ran into this daily 20 just there, getting rejected it off the moment. So if you do start to roll back down, I did put this on Twitter yesterday, that if you do start to roll back down, put some cheeky bids on the neckline of this W bottom pattern just there, okay? Because I do think that could offer a fantastic little long up just there, obviously with step losses as well. So you can start to come up like this, you know, you retrace that because you can see you melted through it on the 4-hourly time frame here, this W bottom pattern, okay? You've not necessarily come back to its support. So if you was to roll, put some cheeky bids on that level there, because I do think that'll offer a fantastic little long up to come up and retest that level of resistance there. So you could be looking at a beautiful little long up of around about 6% for Bitcoin. Now it's really important that Bitcoin closes above that key level of resistance just there, okay? So this is a potential scenario because you can see just here on the 4-hourly time frame there is a potential that this is some kind of little rising wedge just there, okay? So if Bitcoin does start to roll out just there, rolls out and loses the support, you're going to come down to where you formed the wedge, which will be there. And I would imagine you know, you're going to look at a retest of this level and you might get some cheeky wicks on that level there and start to come back up the stairs. And all you've done is break resistance, fall back to support and start to come up. Okay, so I do anticipate that Bitcoin is looking for a retest of that line just there. Okay, now if Bitcoin starts to close above that on the daily, that would be really, really good, really mega. And I do think you're looking at impulsive break higher. But you can see, you know, look at that, retracing to where you form this channel. Okay, we've done this before, we traded this before in May, I think it was. We opened a short on a previous level of resistance when we broke out of one of these channels, okay, and at that point we held the short all the way down to the neckline, the trend line of this broadening channel there. Do you see that? Look at that, beautiful, beautiful, touch. And at this point, this was this beautiful channel that was trading just there. We got the little wick there, started to come back up, you know, and we traded it all the way down to there, closed it, started to come back up, high, low, and up the stairs we went. So, you know, it is kind of mirroring it at the moment. We've sort of come down in this kind of, you know, very similar sort of fractal here for Bitcoin, in my opinion. This here, this level here that we've gone through and we're coming down, we're ranging in this accumulation zone just there, is extremely similar to this, because look, we've got this peak here and we did something like that, okay, then we came down, put that little valley, and then we came down and then to the level of accumulation. Now look, we came down, done something like that, we've got this little valley just there, and then we've come down and now we're into the level of accumulation. So this fractal here is a, you know, this is a smaller version of this, in my opinion. So I think that potentially, you know, this is some kind of Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern right here that Bitcoin's forming. You know, I don't necessarily envision some kind of big monster breakout for Bitcoin. Obviously, if it does come, we'll trade that, but I don't necessarily envision it at the moment. I could be completely wrong, obviously, but you know what I think's happening here for Bitcoin is you are essentially caught between a rock and a hard place, a key level resistance and a key level of support here for Bitcoin. So just there is a massive level of resistance for me at the moment, and this is a key level of support. Now if you lose that, I wouldn't anticipate you coming down here, and the reason is, you know, because I think that this is the low that Bitcoin is looking for in this market. So that could be a retest on the cards for Bitcoin. Caught between a rock and a hard place, basically. Level accumulation, Wyckoff accumulation, whatever you want to call it. Come up, test the highs, come up, lose the lows, test the lows. You know, just get very range bound in here before we do start to get squeezed into a bottom. And essentially, you know, we could be looking at a very similar fractal given the weekly time frame here for Bitcoin, you know, doing something like this where we come down, get caught, squeezed in the bottom of the 55 EMA. Essentially, when that starts to come up over time, it's squeezed in the bottom like that, and that's where you get your breakout to the upside, you know, and you start to put in these impulsive breaks, you know, come in the new year basically for Bitcoin. So let's watch this space, because like I said to you, if you was to come up right now for Bitcoin and you come up like this, okay, and you come up and you create a lower high and you start to come back down, you know, lower high than that, then you are creating this big monster head and shoulders pattern with a breakdown target to 28k, aren't you? So, you know, the longer that we can sort of go sideways like this and not put in this kind of right shoulder that everyone's anticipating, the better it is, you know, and do some kind of level of reaccumulation like this. Wyckoff reaccumulation, they call it. Test the highs, test the lows, frustrate people, shake people out. People think it's going to the moon, yay! People think it's going to zero, no. You know, and it's just drawn out long level of reaccumulation. Bitcoin does this, but it's good. This is the healthy version for Bitcoin. So that's a quick little update on Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that swift little update. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.